award shows need to be careful because already people don't like you. Already you are dying institutions. And then you pull things like this where it's become so obvious that extremely talented groups of people that are not white are getting snubbed. At this point, even the industry itself is like, dude, what the fuck? And most importantly, you do a disservice to the other nominees who they're artists, right? It's not like politicians where it's like win at all costs and like I don't care. I mean, maybe some of them, but most of them don't want their legacy tainted, or like I feel like they want to win because like legitimately, right? Like they legitimately want to produce the greatest work of that year and get awarded for it instead of a handout. I don't know, that's kind of what it feels like. It's like, yeah, Timothy said he wanted to be one of the greats, but like, don't make it that easy. It feels so yucky. It legitimately feels so yucky.
So I finally saw One Battle After Another. Warner Brothers decided to put that and Sinners back in IMAX screens, and I'd already seen Sinners on Halloween when they put it back in IMAX. So I decided to see One Battle After Another. Honestly, I I liked it fine. It's a solid movie, but the fact that it's the front runner for Best Picture baffles me. I just everything about it is very solid, but only just solid. I feel like the movie is like a slightly elevated action thriller, yet and it wants to have more to say, but I don't think it ever really scratches the surface of what it's trying to say. Now, there was always the talk about how they treat black women in there, and I'll be honest, like the way they handled Tiana Taylor's character definitely made me a little queasy. But ultimately, that was like at the beginning of it. To be fair, I'll be honest. Like, there's people that can go into that deeper than I can, but I didn't feel particularly great about it. And also, that's leading to another thing about this movie. I think the acting is good, but I don't think anybody really gives a knockout performance. Even Tiana Taylor, she's good in the time she has, but she's only in the movie for so much that she doesn't really have enough time to make like a huge impact. At least to me. I also felt the movie in general could have used a little bit of trimming. 2 hours, 15 minutes would have been fine for this. Almost 3 hours was a bit too much.
Why y'all even upset at this, bro? At this point, as black people, we already know how it go. We can be excellent at something, they can be average at it, and they will still get as much credit, if not more, than we do for doing the same thing. Like, I don't know why y'all surprised. 2022 Oscars with Angela Bassett, that's another example. She definitely deserved that award, but they gave it to the white man because he's white. Like, that's just how it works, bro. And I know there's gonna be people that be like, oh, well, did you see Marty Supreme? Or y'all gonna be trying to pull all types of excuses to deflect. But this man played two twins with two completely different personalities in the movie of the year in a lot of people's eyes. What do you mean he didn't deserve best male actor? Like, come on, bro. You can't make this shit up, man. It's honestly, y'all should just stop watching these award shows because they're always gonna hope.
They just told us one thing, that if you are a black person who makes a black movie for black people, and your black movie does a crazy amount of numbers for the year of 2025, that it is never going to be as good as the white movie with white actors that nobody went to see. I can't believe in 2026 I would have to defend Michael B. Jordan. But that motherfucker deserved the reward. Award, reward, whatever. And I want those who are going to say it's not that deep. It really is that deep because this shit is systemic, okay? The shit is built into the very fabric of what it is to be America. And without that system, something like this would never have happened. If we lived in a world where there was not the system of racism, where there was no hierarchy that said no matter how good you are as a black person, you'll never be as good as a white person no matter how shitty that person is, we would never end up in a situation where there is a black movie that did bigger numbers that loses awards to a movie about white people playing with white balls on a green table that nobody went to see.
As a black woman in corporate, we know this look too well. The constant Sinners snub, say that 3 times fast, has been so obvious that it's mind-boggling. At this point, What else do we need to do? We have this saying, we say, you have to be twice as good, you have to work twice as hard. This man literally worked twice as hard, and it's still not enough. What makes it seem even worse is to me Chalamet saying, "Oh, Michael, you're so great. You did an amazing performance. Blah 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 blah. I thought this was you. Blah 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 blah." And yet, he still didn't get the award. As someone who has also been passed up for opportunities for other counterparts who don't work twice as hard, I get it. I understand. And most of us know what that feels like. That face he's making is a face of grace, but it's also, yeah, okay, I guess this is the way it's gonna be. And we saw the Variety article. We saw the praise for Marty Supreme, and yet the disdain for Sinners. It seemed as if Sinners was just a regular run-of-the-mill movie. We need to realize that horror is a very important genre. This is a Black horror movie. This is a Black history movie. This is an American history movie. There's so many genres within this movie, which is why it's so great. But yet, white Hollywood is against it because they don't like Black excellence. So I guess I'm just going to stream Sinners every day so the views go up and everybody knows that this is a phenomenal movie. Michael B. Jordan, you win in my heart. I don't care about the rest.
Yeah, I haven't seen Marty Supreme yet, but I have seen Sinners. And yes, it did win some of those awards, but not enough. And I'm judging.
Look, I understand that Sinners is not necessarily going to sweep at the award shows this year, okay? It's a musical, it's a horror movie, it's a mostly Black ensemble, and Hollywood is racist. I get it. I've accepted it. However, I'm still fucking pissed.
I'm not watching any awards for films this season. I'm not. Because I'm not willing to watch Sinners be snubbed the way I know it's going to be. I know that the Critics' Choice Awards was, last night? And they won a lot of awards, which is great. I'm so happy that happened because I need them to get some recognition from their industry. But that movie means way too much for me to sit and watch them white folk play in their face. I'm sorry. It is bringing the same kind of like trauma I felt when Lemonade was snubbed the way that it was. Because I just, that movie, I don't know how it has not ended up on literally every publication's list of top movies this year. That movie went double, triple platinum in the Black community. And when it comes to the heart of it, in my opinion, that is what matters. But I would also love for these Black creators to be able to be recognized by their peers in their industry. I'm tired of seeing this be a thing. And it's not because I think that we as Black people need validation from white people, but it's one of those things where it's like, if you are operating within your industry, right, and you are amongst your peers who are also doing the same kind of work that you do, I feel like it is reasonable to want to be recognized for your work.
This is one of the saddest things I've ever seen. That's really sad. I've been to the movie theater this year, especially for Sinners, because I wanted to see that movie so bad. And I'm not a hater, I'm not. I really love Timothy. He's literally one of my favorite actors right now. I love his personality. He's very cool. He's very talented. But I think that Michael B. Jordan got robbed. And that's really sad, Bo played two different characters in one movie. And he killed it. The visuals of this movie, the soundtrack, the acting, the story, oh. Yeah, and I believe that if you don't like this movie, if you get anything negative to say about this movie, you're probably racist.